ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. We'll go around the table, starting with Cindy.
Me, I'm a 10.
Okay.
Do we stop at 10? Let's just say 10. Keep it simple.
I'd give myself a good 9.
9. Okay.
To be honest.
Just looks.
Just looks.
8.
8. Okay.
I'm gonna say 8.
A 7.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go with 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 8 too.
I'm gonna say 10.
Period.
Okay. Madison, what about you?
Gosh, you know what? The thumbnail you're using back there, Nick. I like that thumbnail you're using back there. I'd say I was like a 9.5. But like right now, I'd say I'm about an 8.
Okay.
So, we got some work to do, but that's what makes life so fun.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
I think everybody's a 10.
Yeah. Right. Thank you.
I give myself, I used to say 6, but I'm a 5 because I've gained some weight. I've got a fucking dad bod right now. I need to lose it.
Dad bod?
I've gotten chubby, so I'm a 5.
The great part about being a guy is if you need to lose weight or
dad
anything, you can just ask your friends, like text me once in a while and just say, hey, you're fat. And you'll be like, oh, but you can't do that. It doesn't work with women. But like for guys, brother to brother, it's like, it'll be like, yeah, I am. I got to go work.
So 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 8, 8, 10.
What?
Wait, so 10, 10, 9, 8, 7.
No, I said 7.
8. Did I?
I said 8.
She said 8.
She said 7.
Yeah. 9, 8. Wait, hold on.
8.
Did I skip somebody?
Yeah.
9, 8. Oh. Okay. 7,
So dead.
8, 8, 10. And you said everybody should be a 10,
Everybody
correct?
should be a 10.
Everyone should.
Absolutely.
Everyone is a
I
10?
agree.
Everyone
Our
is a
table
10?
is full of
I
beautiful
think
women. Are you
everybody
kidding
at
me?
this table is a 10.
You think
if you're
everyone
not
at the-
confident in yourself, that's you, but I feel like everybody's a 10.
So should all
Yeah, I
women
think
view
so, too.
themselves as 10s?
Yes.
Why
Should
not?
should all wait, hold on. Are all women 10s?
Yes.
I think so.
I think my personality is a 10, but
Well,
like,
looks.
I'm
We're
a
talking
7,
looks.
so.
So are all women 10s?
No, I think if a woman views it, like let's say a woman has really low self-esteem and she views herself as a 5, I don't think that woman's a 10.
There you go.
Wait. I'm a little
It's
confused
really
by that,
about
but okay.
confidence.
It's
Yeah.
about
It
confidence,
is.
for sure.
Wait, so but do you guys think that all women are 10s?
All
No.
men are 10s too. You
Well, that's
could
what I was
say
going to
that.
ask. Are all men 10s?
No.
Yeah, it's all
But I thought-
mentality, really.
but
like the
did-
bottom of this is that no one is ugly
Into
and
the
it's
mic.
all mentality.
But
I
we're
agree
rating,
it's all mentality,
it's
but
not
I
your
don't agree
mentality.
that
but we're
everyone-
rating our looks.
Yeah,
we're
it's your
not
looks.
rating about how we feel.
It's
No,
not
I
about-
agree, and that's
You're
why
not
I say
rating your
I
confidence.
agree. It's about like
Y'all are 10s in delusion, I can tell you that. You guys have significantly overrated.
At least for
almost
10s
every
and
person
something.
here.
but I think everyone's like beautiful.
Almost every person here has overrated
We got a
themselves.
hater.
All these
No,
girls
for real.
delusional.
Can you
It's
rate us?
wild.
I think, what did you say? You're 7?
Yeah.
I think that's actually a fair rating. The rest of you, however,
No.
are delusional.
I don't think I'm
Absolutely not.
I think
We spotted you off the street, girl, and complimented you up
No,
and
for
down.
real.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look, that's
I'm not the
Regular Brian
That's
over
all
here.
based on preference.
Wow.
It's subjective at the end of the day.
Wow.
So.
No, it's not subjective. There's an objective.
that's your
No,
opinion.
I agree that
It's
there's
not
an
my
objective
opinion.
view.
It's your
It's not my
It
opinion.
is.
No, I agree.
No,
I can view
you
her
guys
as a
are
10.
10s in
is your
delusion.
opinion.
A
It's
guy-
not my
You
opinion.
keep saying
A guy can
delusion.
It is
view her
delusional.
We're also
a
sitting here
10
human and
to him.
delusional.
Wait,
How am I?
That's
But
wild to me.
You are.
I've
What?
rated
You
myself
shared your-
average.
Can I say
in my
something?
physical appearance.
But nobody's
That's your
calling you
opinion.
delusional. Nobody's taking any of your opinion and calling you delusional.
No,
Everybody's
but-
opinion.
Because
But-
we agree.
We might
I'm not
view you as
sitting
a
here-
3 or a 2,
Right.
but you view yourself as a 5. That's our opinion.
Is that your opinion?
Yes.
You go ahead, man.
Okay, she
No, I
thinks.
mean not like that you're.
Can I
but
say something?
my
Well,
opinion
go
is
ahead,
different
please.
than yours.
Wait, so just
I
for the
wanna say
chat.
something.
So she thinks I'm a 3, and
No,
she
I didn't
thinks
say that.
she's an 8. That's literally what you just said.
We could view
You
as a
could
3.
view you. Okay.
Yes, but that means that that's our opinion.
Fine, and if you want, yeah, fine. If you think, but there's a little difference. First off, There's a difference of like thinking you're a 5 and you're actually a 3 versus like being a 7 or
you
a
asked
6
us what we
and
thought.
thinking you're a
Different in
10.
everyone's eyes. Like I view her as a 10.
Right.
You view her. You said you would agree with a 7, right?
Yeah.
Someone else could view her as a 7.
But-
someone else could view her as an 8.
Oh my God, bro.
So
Also,
it's-
that rating is bullshit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's she's a 10. Like what?
There's more than
Your
that.
perception of yourself does not determine how other people see you in the world.
I think it
Exactly. Just that's why it's an opinion.
What?
Can I
Rob.
say
That's
something?
what opinion. That's a definition of opinion.
Does that not make sense? Like what?
Can I
No,
say
but it's
something?
literally, it is quite literally delusional. Like,
Keep saying that.
Okay, but
but you think you're a 10.
Yeah, I have
I'm
the
not gonna
confidence
I'm
to
not
say-
gonna rate
doesn't
you, but you're
matter.
not a 10.
It doesn't matter.
that's your
Doesn't matter.
opinion.
I didn't ask
It's
you.
not. It's like it's
I didn't ask you.
I view
didn't
her
it's
ask you at all.
objectively true. You're not a 10.
I'm not delusional.
okay,
You're
but
delusional.
wait.
No, you're
Oh,
delusional.
you're delusional.
How am I delusional?
How am I delusional?
You think you're on par with the most beautiful women in the world.
And you think your own opinion.
I think I'm an average looking guy.
You think your own opinion about me.
I think that's a
and
fairly
that's fine.
accurate
I'm not
self-assessment.
I wasn't calling you delusional either. I'm feeding you back your own medicine. Because that's
What?
wild that you're calling these girls delusional. I'm not
Yes.
even taking offense to it. I'm just they're not delusional for their own opinion.
I took offense.
That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
like,
You took offense. Okay, she
Well,
took
not
offense.
not on no shady
Yeah.
shit, but it's just like I've had a guy tell me I'm a 10, and I've had a guy tell me I'm a 5.
Oh,
so it's
here.
like, you can't really
Did
speak
the
for
guy
all
who
niggas,
called you a
like,
10? Did he want to sleep with you?
No, that was my
matter.
boyfriend
Why
of
does that
like
matter?
So-
multiple months, and we didn't.
Of course,
have
your
sex.
boyfriend is gonna like.
So many guys.
Of
could-
course
or
your
a woman
boyfriend
could
is gonna-
view her
yeah.
as a 5 or a 10 or a 7.
But I
if
just
they're-
feel like you're speaking for every
Yeah,
male.
you can't
like
speak
you
for
can't speak for the
everyone.
whole male
Literally.
population.
I can speak for most men.
I'll tell. In my opinion,
Yes, I
no,
can.
you can't.
in my opinion,
In your
I
opinion.
think there are some things like if you
Delusional.
look at the over, like let's say 80% of guys that they will find generally attractive in people. It's like okay, if you like body fat percentage is like under 8, like you're probably pretty daggone attractive. If your like height is around this, some things in generalities. But
some
like
guys
you,
could like
yeah,
skinny girls, some
agree.
guys could like tall girls,
Exactly.
short
I
girls.
think that like it's hard to do an objective like rating because it comes down to like it's more like art. It's like
I just feel like you shouldn't say anyone's delusional and rating themselves.
Yeah,
'cause
literally.
Yeah, no,
Well,
but it is
You don't
delusional.
speak for
It
everybody.
is delusional.
delusion is the Solulu.
Yeah.
I think that
Bro,
it is
hold on,
important
hold
to
on.
be.
Let me define delusional. So delusional, characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite incontrovertible evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition. So that's
How
one.
is it-
Having false or unrealistic beliefs or opinions based on or having faulty judgment mistaken. So you don't dictate when it comes to
Is
the
your picture next
How
to
do
that
you-
definition?
Yeah, but how can you
How is
say
it-
you're delusional for thinking you're beautiful? Or like
So if
you're-
I think
Right.
I'm
Like,
pretty,
a
I'm
10 in my
delusional. I
eyes.
have a mental
Yeah,
issue.
whatever.
No.
You're-
Okay, let me
I
ask you
don't-
guys a question.
Thank you,
Let me ask you guys.
Alright, well,
Yes,
that's literally what
if
you
you're
said.
if you're like objectively unattractive or ugly, I'm not saying that anyone
Okay.
here at the table is, but let's say you're
I get that.
objectively like. Have you ever seen an ugly person?
No.
Have any? Be honest. Have you guys
Yes.
ever seen an ugly person?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
And if that person said, "I am a 10 out of 10 in physical appearance," and that's
That
my-
increases their rating automatically. Automatically increses their rating.
Congrats.
That confi-
Okay,
Cool,
no,
you're
I
attracted
agree
to
with
people
you
who are
on that.
delusional.
I agree on you with that, but
Okay,
we're all pretty
but-
girls. Like you can't like okay when there's like
You guys are attractive, but like I think you guys are mostly average looking. Like I'm
okay,
Says-
but
smart.
that's
says the
your
5.
opinion.
remember.
Yes,
Literally.
I'm
Like,
average. I'm an average looking guy.
That's
Like
five. Don't worry about
But
it.
I also
You're-
feel like
I
how
think
you
you
do
guys
it-
are like
I do
average
think,
looking.
I do think that
Even
girls.
Y'all are average.
I
Sorry.
do think
7
that.
is above average.
Okay, I think that girls, when they do rate themselves too, I think it's easier for them to just accept themselves as being 10s because it's like, oh, that's self-love, instead of just being real with yourself and being like, hey, I can accept that there's probably better looking women than me,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
That's the confident.
And
That
I
would be the
feel-
confident thing.
And I feel that then you can kind of date within what is kind of more for you.
But saying you're a 10 doesn't mean you're saying you're more beautiful than every like.
Yeah.
There's no more.
No,
than
you're
Yeah,
just
but I'm
saying.
not
No,
talking-
hold
okay,
on,
but-
hold on.
Totally.
When
I-
you say you're a 10, you're just saying you're as beautiful as the most beautiful women in the world.
who's
And
That's
I
what
feel
you're
like
saying.
in the world
I go
too.
back to my
Regular
same
Huh?
point. It's
yes,
about
10 out of 10 means you are. There's nobody more beautiful
That's
than
not
you.
true at all.
That's
That's not true.
Do you know what
No.
10 out of 10 means?
Because
Do you know what
it's a
that
rating
means?
It's a
scale.
bullshit
10 is
scale,
the best.
yeah.
There's not. It's not a bullshit scale.
It is.
It's not a bullshit
Because we
scale.
all were talking about our
Everyone's
preferences
different.
earlier, and not very many people brought up even looks at all.
Yeah.
So that's not.
I mean, you can
it's a
cap about
bullshit
not
scale.
caring about looks, but you don't
It wasn't
get to,
top of the list. It was the top of
but,
your
but
list.
Fine, that's
Yeah.
fine. Maybe you guys don't care about men's physical attractiveness, which I think is fucking cap
We were talking
and
about each
bullshit. But you don't get to dictate your standing in the dating
We
marketplace.
all get our opinion,
Men
and no,
dictate.
we're not delusional for
Yeah,
our
we're
opinion.
just telling you our opinion.
not
We're
delusional
the
for our
we
opinions.
as
It's a
the men
debate,
who
not
are
an
going who
argument.
date you, the men get to dictate.
Not delusional for our opinion.
Yo, stop. You don't need to be fucking doing some bullshit
What am
fucking
I
song
doing?
and dance
What am I
when I'm
doing?
talking. We
Go ahead.
we explicitly gave you instructions before the show to
Go
not
ahead.
be talking when somebody else is talking, okay? So please yield to me if I'm talking. Don't interrupt. Let me finish. No. See, you don't need to laugh when I tell you that. You need to be like, "Oops, my bad. Sorry."
Oh, it's funny. I'm laughing.
It's funny?
She stopped talking.
What's
And I
funny?
stopped talking.
Yeah.
What's funny?
Your argument against delusion. It's funny to me.
No. But now I'm asking you to not be interrupting and talking while
she
other
stopped
people are talking.
talking,
All right,
That's not
let-
funny.
Let's just go ahead and
Yeah,
you
like,
take
why
the
do you
floor,
keep-
finish finish up. I don't think you guys
not
aren't.
that deep.
I'm not saying y'all are like 10s out of 10s, but no one here is ugly.
Yeah, like,
You
it's
guys are
not
so-
I'm
that
not saying any.
deep. Just move
y'all,
on.
y'all are attractive women. That's not what I'm saying. But you're not 10s.
Okay,
Those
we're
of you
telling
who-
you our opinion though. Like, why do you have to like always?
I'll
prove
tell you.
that you're
I'll tell
right?
you
Like,
why it's
just move
important.
on.
I'll
We
tell
told
you
it's
why
our
it's
opinion,
important.
you're not
Because
gonna
all
change
of
it.
you are stuck, most of you are stuck in situationships. You're getting strung along by Chad, who's never going to give you commitment. He's just going to fuck you. And then you're fucking curving guys who are actually on your level. You're curving the dudes who are on your level, but you think you're above them because you're delusional and you think you're more attractive than you actually are.
But how do you
this
know
is the
that that's
biggest,
the
hold
case
on.
for all
This
of
is
us?
the biggest problem in the dating marketplace is women are so gassed up.
Here 5 hours.
Huh?
No, how do you know
What's
that
up? You can leave. Get out. Just leave.
Bro,
Get
what?
out.
Calm down.
If I'm in no.
Okay.
If I'm in the middle of talking, I don't need your fucking
Everyone
sass.
was just interrupting you though.
Huh?
Everyone was just interrupting you like a second ago.
What's your point?
Like, why are you targeting her?
Because she's complaining. Oh, we've been here for 5 hours. Blah 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 blah.
What? No, she's saying we've been
Huh?
here for a long time arguing.
I'll let it. I'm gonna let it slide. But
donated $200.
stop fucking interrupting.
I am sorry, but none of you will be on the cover of Victoria's Secret Spring Collection anytime soon or ever. You are not 10s. Life is very hard when you cannot be honest with yourself. Frank Castle.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong about being honest with yourself.
No, he's not.
The point I was trying to make before you so rudely interrupted and were talking. Why you? Yeah. Huh?
Moving on.
Yo, what you have is, and this is evidenced by what's going on dating apps, is women are like swiping on only like the top 10% of dudes. And these women are, what's up with all the fuck boys and why can't I get commitment? Because you're curving the dudes who are actually on your level because you think you're up here when you're not. If you think you're hot shit, but you're not, you're going to be chasing after these really attractive dudes who will never give you commitment. They'll keep you around for easy sex, and you're curving the dudes, you're friend zoning the dudes who actually would be good boyfriends, who are on your level, who are as attractive as you are. That's what's happening in the dating marketplace.
Can I
And
I actually get what you're
piggyback off of
saying.
what you said.
But how do you know that that's the
Bro,
case?
here's
for
the
us?
thing. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys want an average guy? Here's the issue, right? Average women don't want average guys because they think that they're not average. They think that they're above average. But how's that going to translate in the dating marketplace? You have average women that are going to be chasing after either exceptional or above average men. They're going to curve men who are average, who are actually on their level. That's why you get caught up with fuckboys and in situationships and a guy never committing to you or a guy who's cheating on you because you're shooting out of your league.
And I
So
think
if you think you're a 10, surely you must deserve a 10. You're going to chase after Chad, and you're never going to you're going to spend your 20s fucking a bunch of dudes. You're never going to like actually get into a proper monogamous relationship. You'd rather have the divided attention of a hyper attractive guy than actually have commitment from like an average dude because you think you're above average. That's the problem in the dating marketplace. And that's why this is a humble check. Go ahead.
I think that also the reason why girls have this like perception that they're more attractive than they actually are is because guys, even the most attractive guys, will give attention to average
That's a
looking
good
women.
point.
And then I think girls start thinking, oh, maybe I am actually hotter. But it's true when they say they're not going to commit to you, though. Guys are just want that. And if they're going to get it from a girl that's going to give it to them, well, then sure, they're going to take it.
I think a lot of women nowadays confuse sex with like true
Commitment.
Yeah. Especially with like social media now, I think it's a lot different.
I agree with that.
Word. Well, that's the thing is like, here's the difference, right? This is where women will get into trouble. So a guy can be, for a guy to sleep with a girl, he'll sleep with a girl that he would never be in a relationship with, just based purely on her looks. But he'll sleep with her, he might keep her around, friends with benefits, etc. She'll never get commitment, just based purely on her physical attractiveness. Typically, I would say for most women, in order for most women to sleep with a guy, be it casually, well, for casual sex, he needs to be at least physically attractive enough to be in a relationship with.
Yeah, there's a really cool. It's like I was just trying to think of it. I couldn't bring it to the top of my head. Jordan Peterson talks about it a lot. Where like basically men will date even and down, whereas women will date even and up. It's just like it's been that way for a very long time, but it's gotten such to an extreme point because there's this massive movement for self-love, body positivity, all these things, where girls think that sometimes that they're significantly more attractive than they are. But a lot of it comes down to, I think, it's really easy to find a pretty girl. It's really easy to find a smart girl. It's really easy to find a girl that brings you peace and is fun to be around. It's super difficult to find one that combines all three of those things. And so, if there is a guy who is looking for someone who hits like 9 and 10 and 10 on those three categories, he's going to be a pretty freaking studly dude if he thinks he's going to be able to acquire that. Whereas girls, I think sometimes when they're starting to get into like their later years, like, why have I not been able to marry a guy? And it's like, oh, because this guy didn't view me as like an option for him. And so I think that's kind of what he's trying to get at. But it's just feminism has third wave feminism, fourth wave feminism are destroying our entire culture. It is empowering women to a point where they think that they shouldn't have, that they are the exact same as men, and that they don't want to be equal to men. They want to be overpowered to men. They want men to be subservient to them. And that's just not how culture was built. And again, I think all of you guys nodded in the very beginning. We were talking about how on every single metric, life is getting worse. No matter if you're far left, far right, life in the West is getting worse. It's getting more dangerous. It is getting harder to live. It's getting harder to make a living. It's getting significantly harder for people our age to be able to buy a house, to start a family, and to do all of these things. And I think the root cause of that, we can go into the root cause of why this happened, which is the fall of the USSR and then those guys taking over our higher education institutions. But what their main attack vector is by creating this feminist ideology that women should be overpowered to men and that they are equal to men. And that just leaves us vain, broken, and empty households and very, very sad in the long run. And that's why we are having the fewest amount of people in our age group, which I think we're all pretty much in the same generation, in our age group getting married and having children. And if our birth rate does not does not abruptly start rising, the West is going to fall and we're going to fall to the Far East. It's not even a question.
Agreed.